Hello everybody, welcome back to Cure for the Common Game. Today, in deck number 518, we're going to talk about Isamaru, the Hound of Konda, his one-mana awesomeness self. This card was donated by a good friend of mine. Clay I have known him for, God, a bunch of years. Great guy, and he gave me several cards, and he's specifically with the caveat that I put from CW Dog, because he's evidently known as Dog. And this is kind of his card. So, Clay, here it is. I hope you like it. Now, Isamaru is a 1-mana 2/2. So, you can reliably turn one your commander every single game. And that's what this is about. This is about pure aggro. I mean, jumping out there and getting you some. Because, let's face it, the Magical Christmas Land scenario is turn 1, Plains Isamaru, turn 2, Bone Splitter, equip, swing 4 commander. It doesn't take a lot of that to... Yes, he will get killed, but your equipment will still be right there. And he is cheap enough to where, yeah, I'll pay 3. So, let's look at the equipment, the weapons, the tools of the trade that Dog is going to use. Okay? We have, like, Black Blade Reforged. I mean, we are playing kind of land light in this deck, but let's face it, even if it's +3, +4, whatever, that's still amazing. We have Darksteel Axe that evidently got chewed on the top right corner. But you know what? It's Darksteel, so it doesn't hurt. And we're playing in sleeves. We have Colossus Hammer. Whoa, right? I mean, that is... Wait a minute. That's the better scenario. So you turn 1, Isamaru. Turn 2, play another Plains. Cast Sigarda's Aid and the Hammer if I kill you quickly. And you swing in for 12. Commander on turn 2. Whoa. Bonesaw is ready. Magebane Armor. +2/+4 and loses flying. Sure. And prevent all non-combat damage that would be dealt to it. Sure. We're not banking on flying right now anyway. Warlord's Axe, just because it gives the +3/+1. Great Sword +3. Captain's Hook. Amorphous Axe gives +3. And every creature type, that might matter, I don't know. Hero's Blade. Whenever a legendary creature enters the battlefield, you can equip for free. What? Dagger of the Worthy. Afflict. Trusty Machete. I don't know how many swords the Dog can hold, but you know, we're going to find out. Armory of Aroas. Permanent counters? Sweet. Leonin Scimitar. Let's do some flying with like Kite Sail or Cobbled Wings just to give it some kind of evasion. Horn Kofesh. I mean, yeah, it's just a 1 for a 1/1, but, you know, hey, so is Civic Saber, and we're playing it. Skyblinder Staff. And can't be blocked by creatures with flying. So if you've got, like, the Cobbled Wings on there and the Skyblinder Staff, you kind of create a scenario where he's kind of unblockable. Pretty sweet, huh? Now, but the Dog can't do it all by itself. He's got to have friends. You know what I'm saying? He's got to have friends like the Armament Master. Yeah, we don't have a lot of other cores, but the Amorphous Axe, giving all creatures types. See, that got there. It came in. Yeah, that could actually work. Wow, that could work well. It's almost like I planned that. The Kite Sail Apprentice, you know, is going to get flying as long, and it's a core in 1/1. The Core Duelist, a double strike if it's equipped. and it's a core. The Novice Knight, for 1 mana, this is another not bad. If it's equipped, it has no drawback. Soltari Foot Soldier, right? Soltari Foot Soldier. A lot of people don't think about this when, if you're looking for unblockable things to get straight up damage in there, Shadow will do it. Healer's Hawk's not bad either, because, it's flipping got lifelink. Flying and life. This is, I would have loved for stuff like this way, way back. Toolcraft Exemplar. 1 mana, 3/2. First strike? Okay. Leonin Sky Hunter is a great card. 2 for 2 flying. The Skirmisher, that loves to carry equipment, having the double strike. Sarah Avenger is cheap enough, and you're not going to throw her out there early game, but yeah, still good. Silver Knight, Emancipation Angel, to kind of, recast something that you want to. Arrow Responder, Banish Your Priest. Now, there's got to be a kitty for the dog to chase, right? Kimba. So, yeah, you can build up a, what is the plural of cats? Den? Litter? I don't know. See, because it's like a cloud of gnats and a gaggle of geese and a congress of baboons and a herd of buffalo. Anyway, I don't know. If you know what a grouping of cats or kittens is called, I want to say it's litter, but I don't know. Hit me up below to tell me. But yeah, something for the dog to chase. But Spectral Guardian does not see a whole lot of play. As long as it's untapped, there's the 2/3. There's no. We're getting our aggro beats in elsewhere. Non-creature artifacts can't be the target of spells or effects. So this is one that works great with all those artifacts that you don't want anything to happen to. If you're running like, I don't know, Darksteel Forges or Machosyn's Lattices or whatever in your Atraxa or Brea deck, what have you. But you know what? There's more than one way to skin a cat or pump up a dog. We've got enchantments too, like Battle Mastery. So in our Magical Christmas Land scenario, to where we turn 1 Isamaru, turn 2 the enchantment, and then the super hammer, and swung for 12. Turn 3, we're going to throw a Battle Mastery on there and start 24 folks, and hopefully wondering why there's no removal. But Mask of Law and Grace, excellent card. Pro Black, Pro Red are 2 main enemy colors. Also, coincidentally, the 2 colors that have the most removal. So that's sweet. Armored Ascension. And flying. Why? It's so good. +1 for each planes and flying. And then we have, all the glitters. Let's just count them all. Artifacts and enchantments. Why not? So let's look at our... I don't have a whole lot of ramp, per se, because, let's face it, we don't need it. We're kind of on the lower end of the deck. I'm running the Explorer. There's another cat to chase. Because it finds you some lands. Heraldic Banner is going to +1 your team and give you the mana. Seer's Lantern, Hedron Crawler costs 2. Card Smuggler's Copter, because let's face it, it's cheap. It's card filtering. Why not, right? But let's look at Truce. Come on, let's look at Truce. Focus. There we are. So Truce, yeah, it does apply to every single player, but you know what? We need it more. I do have some randomness in like Ritual of Restoration. If one of our artifacts does get dealt with, we can get it back. Silence, just because it's a great card, especially, before you attack, you just go, all right. Teo, giving you hexproof. That gets around like Edict effects where it targets the player. True Conviction. Why not? Double strike and lifelink. That seems good. Bond of Discipline. Now this, at 5 mana sorcery speed, this better do something. 5 mana sorcery speed, as it turns out, it is in the right situation, says win the game. Tap all creatures your opponents control, and creatures you control gain lifelink. What? Okay. Okay, that's really good. If nothing else, you can just get in there with a unblockable through Rogue's Passage. The other land is a Secluded Step, just to cycle away if we don't need it. What we got here? Protection, that's what this is. Or, well, not really protection. We've got Hannah's Custody, just to straight up give Artifact Shroud. That may hurt us, but it also, it may not. Brave the Elements, because everything we got's mono white, so that works. Shelter, most of the time saves a creature and draws you a card. God's Willing, saves a creature and you scry. Stave Off, just saves a creature. Make a Stand, saves your team. Really like it. Quillen's Blessing, it's kind of a mini giant growth in white. I figured why not. Then we have some removal. Swift Reckoning. Gonna run Swift Reckoning. Destroy target tap creature. Suspension Field. Ixalan's Binding. Dragon's Presence. You don't see that every day, do you? Reprisal. Disenchant. Take Vengeance. Peace and Quiet getting 2 targets. I really like that. I like that a whole bunch. Celestial Purge and Demystify. So that is it for Isamaru, the dog. I do appreciate it, Clay. Thank you very much. This is. I'll have to start bringing this deck with me every week to when we play, just in case. Our local play group. Clay's a busy man. He works like all the rest of us, But I gotta get that cat token in there. I need 2 actually. I like to have anything that makes tokens. I like to have 3 to represent tapped, untapped, and summoning sick. But I don't know. Someone like the Goblin decks and stuff, you just want like 40 of. But I've noticed that if you've got like just a token that marks your tapped ones and a token that marks your untapped ones, it's not as scary to your opponents as if you've got 6 untapped ones and you've got it with a 6 die on there, even when you're telling people, hey, this is 6 of these cats. But if you had 6 cat tokens out there, it's a lot more intimidating and you're more liable to get blown out. That's just what I've noticed. So, anyway. Another Champions of Kamigawa deck down to 518. So, we are getting... Are we getting close for Theros yet? See, I'm still recording these back in December, so trying to get up as much as I can to try to... I would like to do a deck a day as often as I can, but anyway, like I said, so this is what, December 7th? Yeah, because this is in the teens, and the 7 is falling in with like the 14th fell on the 4th, the 15th the 5th, the 16th the 6th, 7th. Yeah, I didn't notice it either. It was random coincidence. But after January 7th, I'm gonna have to throw this one in the bag every week because some weeks Clay shows up, sometimes he doesn't. But I do appreciate it, Clay. Thank you very much. But we're going to see if I can do this the first time. I've been having problems actually hitting the button. So we're going to try. Thank y'all so much for watching. But it is time to shuffle. Oh, before I finish that, little note, little channel history here. Way back when I first started the channel, I knew I needed a sign out. And I didn't exactly know what it was going to be. And I played around with a couple different things, or some I just didn't. And I was at the the game shop one day, and me and Clay were standing there talking. And he says, "That shuffle and cut." He said, "That's your thing. That's it. That's your thing." And ever since then, it's been shuffle and cut. Um, I guess I come up with it because there have been times when, like, you get so busy with other obligations, with family, with work, with just life, and it's easy to edge out your hobby for time's sake. Um, and so there were times I was like, man, all all I really need is a shuffle and a cut, and it just become a thing. Like my entire family knew it, and it's like, oh, Dad's ready for some magic, and so it kind of fit. And when Clay suggested, I was like, yeah. So that's where that came from. That is the shuffle and cut is thanks to a CW doll. Thanks, Clay, and thanks everybody for watching. I do appreciate it. Y'all let me know what you think. But right now, we're gonna shuffle and cut.